Hi, welcome. This is the information session for Global Cultures Global Paris that will be taking place during Paris Session 1, May 12th through the 30th for the Rice Global Paris Summer Program. This is going to be an information session that will talk about the course and also about the program. So we'll go ahead and get started. Just a quick overview about what we're going to talk about today. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us at pariscenter@rice.edu, and we'll get started with some quick introductions. My name is Irene Mendez. I'm the Global Program Specialist here at Rice Global. I work with helping students learn about the program, get information, any kind of pre-departure part, I work with you on it. So learning about the program, and once you're accepted, how to prepare and everything that you need to have ready before you go. And then I'll pass it on to Nia.
Nice to meet you virtually. My name is Nia Georges. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Anthropology, and I have taught at Rice for many years. My areas of specialization are immigration, gender, and issues related to reproduction, including pregnancy, birth, and abortion. And my research areas have been Europe and Latin America. And I've taught many courses at Rice with an international research experience component. So I've done this several times, and that is the format. It's sort of a tried and true format that I've developed for teaching courses with an international research component for undergraduates. And I have to say it works quite well. We've done it in a number of different areas with different languages and different challenges, and students inevitably come up with really nice original research projects using anthropological methods, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. So I'm excited to be offering this course in Paris. Could we have slide 1, please? Okay. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so iconic image of Paris. But the specific slant or sort of focus of this course is looking at Paris as a global city. And so the title is Global Cities, Global Paris. Why Global Paris? Because global cities, Paris is a global city. Maybe when you hear global city, you think first of New York, London, Tokyo, but Paris is also, depending on the criteria you use, a genuine global city. Global cities are sometimes called power cities. What distinguishes them is that they share certain characteristics. And one of the most important is that they are significant nodes in global networks and circulation of, for example, people. So immigrants, tourists, expat professionals, refugees, asylees. Global cities have very dense concentrations and diverse populations with of these kinds of people on the move. Capital, ideas, knowledge, and cultural products. So global cities share these characteristics, but at the same time, they have their own local manifestations of these movements. They take different shapes in different sites. So slide 2, please. So this course so we're looking at Paris as a global city. That's the focus. But also it's an anthropology course. So we will be looking at what anthropology can bring to the study of cities and urban life. Maybe when you hear anthropology, that's not the first thing you think of, anthropology in a large, major global city. But anthropology actually is very well suited. The methods are very well suited to exploring the intimate ways that globalization shapes everyday life. So That is going to be our course goal, to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of how global trends have shaped contemporary Parisian culture and society. So could we have the slide 3, please? Our course format will be a seminar. So there'll be lots of discussion. We'll have readings on specific topics, and I'll mention those in a moment. But it'll be a seminar format where we do the readings, we have discussions, but I'll also make, we'll also have several experiential learning opportunities each week. So the course relies on readings, films, and we'll have field trips to diverse neighborhoods. Paris has incredibly diverse, multicultural neighborhoods, and we're going to visit a couple of those. And we'll also visit museums. The slide you have in front of you is the major anthropology museum in Paris, the Musée du Quai Branly on the Seine, and it's a beautiful building in its own right. But we will visit it for its exhibits and for the ways it represents various dimensions of French culture. Okay, so slide 4, please. Okay, so our course topics, this is not a comprehensive selection, and it may be modified depending on, modified in the sense that I could add other topics, depending on the interests of the class. If many of you are interested in a specific topic that's not represented on this list, we could certainly add some readings on that topic and discuss it. But transnational migration is a big one, multiculturalism and citizenship. And then, of course, we can't be in Paris and not talk about food and wine, especially cheese and chocolate. So there are anthropologists who have studied those topics, and we'll be doing some readings about them and about these topics and their relationship to French identity and France's sort of cultural brand in the world, in kind of in the global context. Gender, family, and child rearing, very interesting dimensions of those topics in France. Ethnicity and local identities, and intercultural healthcare. There's some extremely interesting work that's been done on what happens when these diverse populations kind of interact with the French healthcare system. And depending on interest, we could also look at sport and ethnicity, given that the Olympics will be held in Paris this summer. That's also a very fascinating topic. So right here, the photo that you have is of the, it's situated in the old Jewish quarter, and it's actually very near where our course will be held. It's within walking distance, and it's an extremely interesting, it's an example of what I'm talking about in terms of global Paris. Globalization is not a new phenomenon, but it takes different shape in different periods. This is in the old Jewish quarter. It was established, this quarter was established really in about it's very old, but it became the Jewish quarter in the late 19th century. In mid-20th century, you had migration of North African Jews with the decolonization period. It changed again, but still a Jewish quarter. And today it has a lot of Israeli restaurants and shops. You can see it's the place to have falafel in Paris. So I'm sure we'll be visiting that quarter, but it also could make a very interesting research project for someone who's interested in that whole that dimension of migration. So could we have the next slide, please? Learning objectives. So clearly substantive, to introduce students to a range of significant topics in contemporary French culture and society, always as shaped by global forces, global processes, but also methodological. And I want to spend just a minute on this. So as I've said, experiential learning is central to this course, and it is an anthropology course. Anthropology of itself is, by definition, experiential. The methods that are employed in anthropology are qualitative and what anthropologists call experience near. So we rely a lot on interviewing people, usually and ideally face-to-face, and also participant observation. It's very important to actually put yourself in a site. You got to be there to know there, as we say. So visiting different sites in the city, observing, walking, making sort of maps in your head of what's going on. These are the methods that I would expect you all to use in your research papers, which I'll talk about in a minute. And we will spend some class time talking about these methods and doing some practice among ourselves before you begin your research. Next slide, please. Okay, so course requirements. The course has two major components that affect your grade, and that's active participation in classroom discussions, doing the reading beforehand, and really engaging in the classroom discussions. And then the second is your research paper, and that you'll have a choice of one long or two shorter original fieldwork-based papers, which will be conducted in neighborhoods that make sense for your topic. I will be mentoring you through the research design process, so don't be intimidated by that. We'll talk about it. I'll help you with lit reviews, appropriate methods, and so forth and so on. So that will be the product of the course that you produce at the end.
Perfect. Thank you, Nia. Now I'm just going to talk about the program itself. So I'll share my screen and we can get some additional program information. First, here's the QR code that will take you directly to the course webpage. Here you can find all the information that we talked about today. And additionally, you'll have the link to be able to apply for this course. Just some fast facts. This is Rice Credit. This is not a study abroad program where you would need to transfer credits. This is Rice classes. They're just taking place in Paris, but you're able to register the same way that you would any other Rice summer course. Classes are in English with a Rice professor. For this course, you will earn 3 credits, and there is financial aid available for financial aid eligible students. But on top of that, whether or not you have financial aid or not, we do have global tuition and travel awards available. So you need to indicate that in your application. And then our office will try our best to get what you need in order to help you get to Paris. So make sure you fill that out in the application itself. It's all included in the same course application. And what's really nice about this program, it's an international experience with the flexibility to participate in other opportunities during the summer. This course is taking place during Paris Session 1, May 12th through the 30th. The program location is the Rice Global Paris Center. It is our center's this beautiful historical building in the middle of the Marais area in Paris. That area is really hopping, and there's a lot of shopping and museums right around the center. You are in the middle of everything. But what's really great is you wouldn't even know this beautiful building exists. You open the doors and it's like you're transported to a whole other world with this lovely historical building. So we're really lucky to have this great space in Paris. For who can apply, this is open to any Rice undergraduate, no prerequisites. So any Rice undergraduate is welcome to apply. The tuition cost is $1,800 per credit hour, and this is a 3 credit hour course. And what that covers is you get housing for all 3 weeks, a Metro card for your time in Paris. You can get to any area in Paris using that Metro card, and you also have course set excursions and tickets are all covered by the program. 3 group meals and travel insurance. Now, as far as financial aid, if you already receive financial aid, you're eligible to receive financial aid for up to 9 credit hours a summer for 2 summers at 50% the tuition rate. What I do is I work with the financial aid office directly, and they let me know one, if you're eligible, and two, how much aid is available to you. And I indicate that directly in the award letter once you're accepted. Additionally, if you do apply for that additional tuition or travel assistance within the program, I also let you know how much you have received as far as awards for that. So you would know as soon as you're accepted, that letter will have all that information so you can make an informed decision on whether you can make this program work for you. There's also other pockets of money around Rice. So if you are needing some other help, just reach out to me and I can put you in touch with the contacts for that, or like how to apply for additional aid in other places. And then again, just check out our programs page. It has a lot of FAQs and things like that, and we'll go over that in a second. Um, the last thing just to know is the deadline to apply is January 31st, 2025. And again, this leads you to the course web page. And if you do have questions, you feel free to email me at pariscenter@rice.edu. There's no dumb questions. Just reach out and I will try and help as best as I can. And now I just wanted to share as well the um, the course page. So you can find all course pages on our site, global.rice.edu. It takes you here to the homepage and you just click Paris Center and then Rice Global Paris Summer 2025. This is during session 1. So you'll find it right here where it says learn more and apply. And then here you can request information which will link you directly to our email, pariscenter@rice.edu. And then apply now will take you straight to this application page where you can fill out the application directly right here. We'll also post this recording on this web page as well. And a lot of the information we've talked about today is already listed on this website. Another helpful thing is we do have a draft syllabus for you to take a look at. It may change a little bit, but in general, it'll have a lot of information about what to expect from the course. So the other thing for this too is it links you straight back to our student program page where you can learn about the student program itself. This again links back to all the course listings. There's also, like I said, an FAQs page. There's a lot of information here for all prospective students. Once you're admitted, some pre-departure information, and then additional information once you are in Paris. Also, if you're accepted, you'll get the link to this Canvas course, which is a very comprehensive guide to living and safety and a bunch of other information about living in Paris. And then just one last thing is just we do have this link as well to just student life in Paris. So you can take a look here about what the apartments look like. So like I said, you all would get housing. We have several different residences in Paris close to the center, and you would each have your own apartment, no roommates, and your own bathroom and your own small kitchen as part of the program. So take a look here to see what that looks like. This video also shows you what the center itself looks like. And we also have some other information about some tips for Paris or some places to see and etiquette, as well as some common phrases here. So there's just a lot of resources available. Additionally, if you make it to Paris, each of the residents are equipped with RAs. So we do have our RAs on site, and they're all fluent French speakers. So if there's questions, they will have office hours to help you get around pairs or, just anything that they can help, they'll be there. And on top of that, we also have staff members in pairs who also speak French fluently and can help you, um, m- with anything for the program itself that may come up. But they're all there to help you. Again, there's no English required for this course. So we have a lot of resources to help you make this a great experience. So that's it for me. Again, if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out by emailing us at pariscenter@rice.edu, and I'll be happy to send Nia any questions about the course itself or program questions. I'm happy to answer. Don't be shy. And we can't wait to see you in Paris. Thank you.